What up, my peeps? Big Ruck right here, coming back at you again with another action figure review. This time, courtesy of Star Wars, the Black Series. We've got from the Disney Plus show, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Target exclusive. This is Teeka the Jawa. And you see the packaging. You also see the figure within. It's a Jawa, so you're not going to get that larger figure. You see the accessories and what have you. Turn to the side there. There's some artwork there of Teeka, and you see he's lined up next to, that's got to be fifth brother Inquisitor there, just going by that arm. And then turning to the back, we have more of that artwork. You see I still have my sticker on there, so the read-up is Teeka, Obi-Wan Kenobi is set years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where Kenobi faced the corruption of his friend and Jedi apprentice. Anakin Skywalker turned Sith Lord Darth Vader. Yes, indeed. You see this is number 5 in the Obi-Wan line. And coming back to the front. And speaking of Darth Vader, which I still don't have from the Obi-Wan Kenobi line, I'm seriously considering starting another channel devoted strictly to all things Star Wars, which generally means all things the Black Series. My Star Wars fans seem to be really fickle, I think. I don't know if it's them or if it's my other fans. I think they're most of you guys are more interested in Marvel Legends product than Star Wars, and even to a certain degree classified series. But I get more love with the classified series reviews than I do with any of the Star Wars series. So we all know how our Star Wars peeps are. They're pretty rabid about their characters, about their line. So I may start a channel over there. If I do, I'm trying to decide what to call it. I'm leaning towards calling the channel Darth Ruckus. Let me know in the comments below if you think that'll be cool. Anyhow, enough about that. We're going to go ahead and get Teeka out of packaging. Teeka, like most Jawas, is a scavenger and a pilferer and a plunderer, etc. They scavenge and, well, steal whenever they can items all over in the sand dunes of Tatooine, and then they go on and that's how they make their living. Then they'll sell them. They'll actually steal from you and then sell what they took from you back to you. So they have a whole bunch of items. So I don't necessarily know what this is. I just know it's just something that Teeka has probably scavenged somewhere and is trying to offload it on someone. This has some excellent detail, whatever this is. It's molded in a grayish plastic, all kinds of nice details. You see conduit on this side there and more conduit underneath. There's conduit on both sides. This is whatever this is. It looks pretty good. You've got on this side, this almost looked like some kind of safety pin, and there's this beige colored whatever that's supposed to be. Anyway, whatever this is, it looks pretty nice, and quite frankly, it suits a Jawa like Teeka. Here's some more merch for Teeka. At first glance, it's too small for it to be, but it almost looks like a foot from a walker, but of course it wouldn't be. It also looks like some sort of magnet. I don't know, but it's got some nice detail as well. You know, it's molded in gray and a light shade of brown, tannish beige type of brown, and once again, it's just some more product for Teeka to sell. Teeka also comes with this blaster, and this actually looks pretty nice. It's got the paint apps on here. It makes it gives it that weathered look. You could tell that this has been through a lot in the sand dunes of Tatooine. It looks like it's the paint on it has rubbed out from wear and tear, even on the trigger guard. Everything. This is pretty nice. Very nice. I'm actually very impressed with this particular weapon. So here we have our guy or gal. I honestly don't know if it's supposed to be male or female. I guess it doesn't matter. But we've got our Jawa Teeka on our rotating base, giving you a 360-degree visual of the figure. First glance, this is basically a Jawa. That was a standard Jawa before, and they just repurposed it to make it Teeka for the Obi-Wan Kenobi line. An easy figure to add on. Hasbro, they're notorious for getting on the cheap. Speaking of cheap, it doesn't cost anything to hit that like button, so please do so, and hit that subscribe button too. Those are free as well. So do me a solid and hit those buttons. And yeah, anyhow, so much for the housekeeping, at least here at the beginning of the video. Looking at Teeka, he does look pretty good. I'm going to just refer to it as he because, don't know what the gender is, so we'll go with he. Anyhow, we're going to get Teeka off of the rotating base and see what's up. So here we have Teeka up close and personal, and looking at the figure, it's obviously it's small. Jawas are a small race, small species, and they are very robed up. So as you can imagine, that's going to impede a lot of articulation, and we'll get to that momentarily. Looking at our figure though, we'll look at the head sculpt first, as is standard with Jawas. They have those golden eyes that kind of glow in live action when you see them, and you see they got the black face. I'm not sure if that's their natural face or if it's supposed to be a mask or whatever, but mostly every time we see a Jawa, they look basically like this. They're hooded, and the hood is pretty cool. Looking at that, it's got texture on it, so that's pretty nice. And then going down, they're robed, as you can see, and Teeka, our guy Teeka, or gal Teeka, is sporting a vest as well as a harness that crosses diagonally from left shoulder down to lower right torso. See, it's got the nice patches. It's molded in a brown. It does have some nice paint, silver paint apps right there at what we'll call the buckle, so it's pretty cool. The pouches have some nice detail. It'd have been nice if there was a dab of paint on what we're considered the clasps, so you can actually discern that they are clasps. Looking at the arms, the sleeves there, you see they're tattered at the end. Pretty nice attention to detail, and the color palette actually changes right there at the sleeves to show that they've gotten shredded. So that's pretty nice attention to detail. Looking at the bottom of the robe, you see that there's a slight wash on there to show a little difference in color. It makes the wrinkles and folds down there stand out better. So kind of like that. You're not really getting that in the back, so you could tell that's definitely intended. There is some difference from the front to the back there. As far as trying to look underneath, Teeka is sporting boots, look like they're wrapped around, and you see the feet there. As you can imagine, it's pretty difficult to get the articulation down there because this robe, if you will, is it's rubbery, but it's still hard, and it doesn't have much play. It doesn't allow the legs to get much play. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get into that articulation right now. Teeka's head, I suspect, is on a ball hinge. From what I can see, looking underneath that hood, it is on a ball hinge. So Teeka can get his head to move this far forward, and you're not going to get much going back, probably because of that hood and the vest. You're not going to get much in the way of attitude. You can get it, the head to move left and right, so to speak. Arms can blaze a 90. You're going to have a little bit more trouble with the left arm blazing 90 because of the harness, but it can do it. As far as 360 goes, it can do so. Definitely on the right arm. The left, you can do it, but you'll have to bevel out to get that done. Single jointed elbows, which of course swivel, and both hands have these swiveling wrists and horizontal hinge. As far as the torso, ab crunch or diaphragm, it's in there, but you're not going to get much because of the robe and the vest. So Teeka can get back about that far, which is almost nothing, and he can go forward, but it's going to snap back because of the robe and the vest. So you're not really going to get much that way either. You are going to get, this is a diaphragm. It's on a diaphragm. I can feel it. So you will get left and right, and kind of, sort of, tilting. Legs, forget about it. You're not going to get almost anything out of those legs. Definitely aren't going forward or back, and they probably are capable if it wasn't for the robe. The feet, the knee, or rather I should say the leg is probably at the knee where this is happening. It is swiveling, so you got that. The toe will articulate forward, if you guys can see that. You can point it up that far. There is ankle pivot, and of course we do have holes, peg holes, at the bottom of Teeka's feet. Here's Teeka holding that big piece of equipment that, trust and believe, it's pretty problematic trying to get Teeka to hold on to this, but as you can see, it can be done. And here's Teeka with that other piece of merch that he has in his possession that I'm sure he scavenged / pilfered from somewhere. That this is a little bit easier for him to grasp. And here's Teeka with his / her blaster, and yeah, I really like I like that blaster. I love the weathering look of this weapon. It's I can't front in terms of accessories. It's some of Black Series best work, and that's yeah, that's saying something. As far as comparisons go, I don't have any other Jawas with the exception of Teeka, so I can't give you a comparison of what Teeka looks like compared to another standard Jawa, I guess you'd call it. So we'll go with the two other figures from this particular wave and from this particular franchise, meaning Obi-Wan Kenobi. We've got two Inquisitors. We've got on our left Reva, third sister, and on our right we've got fifth brother Inquisitor. And still waiting on Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi Wandering Jedi, as well as the Target exclusive Obi-Wan Kenobi Jabin. So waiting on those, and then that'll do it for this wave. And then of course we'll look forward to the next wave, which will have Grand Inquisitor and fourth sister in there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting my Inquisitor game on and get them lined up. I think they'll look excellent together. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So to sum it all up, the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi line from Disney Plus, Teeka the Jawa, is well, it's a Jawa if you already have a Jawa. Once again, I don't have one for any kind of true comparison, but I'm quite sure they're similar and probably little slight differences in the paint apps. But it's still a basic Jawa. That much I do know. And I can't tell you what accessories a standard Jawa comes with. So I really can't call it on that. But if that doesn't mean too much to you and you already have a Jawa, then getting Teeka may be an easy pass. But then again, you won't have that nice box art that, as you know, you put them all together with when you have a certain franchise, and that looks pretty good with the side art So you may want to invest in that. I'm here for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, so I'm getting all the figures for it, and that's how it goes down for me. It's nice. I love that hand blaster. I love the weathering on it, and Teeka's merch is pretty interesting, pretty doggone detailed. Uh, the uh, the scavenged items that Teeka has in his/her possession. Um, that's really about all I could say. We know that the articulation is going to be limited. That's to be expected with a figure like this, clothed as it is. So there's nothing disappointing because you have to expect that. A character like Teeka is not going to be doing too much moving around or anything dynamic anyway. So I know that's a rationale, but it's the truth. And still pretty good. Nice looking figure. And I'm personally glad to have Teeka as part of it. My first Jawa, probably more than likely be my only Jawa. And so it is what it is. Guys, please, once again, housekeeping. Like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments below. Questions, concerns, criticisms, whatever. Give them to me. I'm here for it. Like I said before, I'm thinking about starting another channel, and it'd be devoted strictly to just Star Wars merch. And what that means for me, more than likely just going to be Black Series stuff. I don't really do the 3 3/4 inch. And maybe on occasion I'll dip out on something premium. I haven't done that as yet. So all of my Star Wars merch are strictly Black Series and anything that's been on that has original programming on Disney Plus. So trying to get down with all of the franchises for Star Wars. That's a rabbit hole I'm not jumping down because that's a bottomless pit. So I'm going to just stick with the Disney Plus shows and leave it at that. So anyway, that'll do it for this review, guys. Thank you for rocking with me. It's your Knuckle Big Rucker. And on my way out, I will say to you, remember, the hunt continues. Peace.